Well, the Security Council has met behind closed doors to discuss the situation in Libya, just as the death toll from fighting around the capital Tripoli reaches in excess of 200 people. A draft resolution authored by the United Kingdom failed to reach consensus among council members over concerns from some countries that view it as unbalanced. The draft text demands that all parties commit to an immediate ceasefire while expressing grave concern at the military activity in Libya. This includes the launching of a military offensive by the Libya National Army against the UN-backed government in Tripoli.
The World Health Organization says at least 205 people have been killed in the battle for Tripoli, where the government of Prime Minister Fayez al-Sarraj is based. But in New York, council members have been struggling to find consensus on the language that some argue singles out Haftar's LNA that launched the offensive against the capital just as a UN-backed peace conference was due to start in the country. South Africa says there are three main issues.
First is a ceasefire. Secondly is to do all efforts to go back to the political process. And third is the issue of humanitarian assistance, protection of the migrants, and open up corridors for assistance. But the bottom line for us and many other things is that the Council cannot ignore the AU and the AU and Peace and Security Council. They have to be equal partners dealing with this issue. Because the last 8 years things have failed because the AU was sort of marginalized. So I think the UN have to work closely with the African Union and Peace and Security Council on this matter.
An African Union Peace and Security Council communique from April 9th calls for a total ceasefire and demands an end to external interference in the internal affairs of Libya, while reaffirming the pivotal role the African Union plays in the search for a lasting solution to the crisis. South Africa's International Relations Minister, Lindiwe Sisulu, announced earlier this week that Pretoria would participate in an AU Troika meeting on Libya in Cairo early next week. The UK indicated it would give countries the space to discuss the resolution with capitals in the hopes of reaching consensus on a strong text.
We have a text of a draft resolution. A number of council members want more time to consult on that in the interest of getting the strongest possible united text. We're prepared to give a bit more time. We'd like to bring it back very early next week, but exactly when will depend a little bit on the consultations that we have now.
Russia and to some extent France has been reluctant to single out Haftar's LNA as attacking Tripoli, while his army also enjoys support of regional actors like Egypt, the UAE and Saudi Arabia.
There is unity among the EU countries. I mean, I hear this again and again, that there is no unity. There is unity among the EU countries in the Council. They have supported all the actions that we have proposed. They are supportive also for the draft resolution.
The draft resolution is likely to be revisited early next week. Sherwin Brycepease, SABC News, New York.